All right, we have our TMOD, we have table topic, we have so everyone, we are in business and let's first of all a few ground rules.
Perseverance.
Remain quiet during the meeting, which has just started. Yeah. Secondly, we clap and clap and clap. If you like something, we clap. If you don't like something, we applause. And thirdly, we refrain voluntarily from talking about religion and politics. But of course, these subjects are not entirely banned unless and until they are designed to create controversy or to bring down a person or an individual or to create discord. So everyone, please put your hands together for our president, distinguished Toastmaster Sarfraz Nazir.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, and welcome fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. DTM Talha, do we have any non-Toastmaster guests present?
No, we have one guest, but it is a regular guest.
Regular. Okay, in that case, I will not go over the history of Toastmasters International to save time. If you're interested in the history, please Google Toastmasters International history, and you will get 1001 hits. At this time, do we need to go over the minutes of the last meeting? Vice President Education or Club Secretary, Toastmaster Imran?
Yes. Yes, sure. Minute? Yeah. All right. So last meeting was held exactly 1 week before. It was online. And here are the results from the last meeting. Just a second. Yeah. Best speaker went to distinguished Toastmaster Sarfraz. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor. Best facilitator, myself. Best Big Four, Toastmaster Imran Rana. Best table topics. There was a contest, therefore voting did not take place instead. The table topics master placed the ranking. First place was won by Toastmaster Imran Rana, second place by Toastmaster Azhar, and third by Toastmaster Rafat Mubin. Also, perhaps more importantly, we had our Area 1 contest of all 5 categories last Saturday. And there were 2 clubs participating. One was Karachi Toastmasters Club, the other was Zenith Toastmasters Club. And here are the results of that amazing contest conveyed through an absolutely fantastic flyer. Tall tales Kajib Razak, second place by Toastmaster Ritik, and third by Toastmaster Latif Mansoor. Evaluation was won by Toastmaster Kajib Razak, second place BPM Rabia Hisham, and third place Toastmaster Shafi Zahir. Urdu Takri Mukabla, Toastmaster Kareem Hadi, winner, second place Toastmaster Latif, third place Toastmaster Shakil Fajan. International Speech Contest, Toastmaster Fahim Razak the winner, Toastmaster Shahzad Zahir second place, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor third place, and finally table topic speech contest, Toastmaster Majid Akhtar first place, Toastmaster Anand Khan second place, and Toastmaster Zishan Khan third place. According to the rules of the contest, 2 contestants each. The first 2 contestants will be going forward at the area level. So Toastmaster Fahim Razak, BDM Rabia, Toastmaster Kareem, Toastmaster Latif, Toastmaster Anam, and Toastmaster Majid will be representing KTC in the division contest soon to begin. Thank you so much, and over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Talha. Yeah, that's correct. The top 2 winners will not only represent KTC, they will also represent Area 1 at the Division B contest. It is now my honor to introduce to you our Toastmaster for today's meeting. If it's KTC meeting, then you know that he will be there. Please welcome Toastmaster Azhar.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, DTM Sarfraz Nazir, for inviting me. I'm Toastmaster Asgar, and I will be your Toastmaster of the evening for this evening. And let me start from the theme, the perseverance. I don't know. The theme is attracted by DTM Tala in what way, but to me it carries a personal story. But today I would like to mention perhaps we are perseverance because beach luxury tried to get us knocked down, but we emerged more powerfully, and here we are again. Today we have a speaker. We have a 5 speakers with us, but before going to the prepared speeches, I would like to go for the roll holder first. And I would like to introduce and invite roll holder for today. Our counter, and sorry, today is our grammarian TM Saad Amin. Is TM Saad Amin available with us?
He's not, but you can introduce the role and he'll join in due course.
Okay, so TM Saad will be our grammarian. So TM Saad will going to, okay. And the next role holder, again, the toast word master is also TM Saad. And the today's word, what is the word of the day?
Yes, word of the day was announced in the group. The word of the day is
Incisive.
Incisive, and yeah, it is expressing an idea or opinion in a clear and direct way that shows good understanding of what is important.
Topit, then please use it in sentence so that we will be able to.
Yeah, so for example, the opening session of Toastmasters is the presidential address of Toastmasters is designed to express the basic idea of Toastmasters in a lucid and incisive way.
Thank you very much, anyhow. The listener, do we have Toastmaster Fahim Razak over there?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Fahim Razak, can you please come up and describe your role? Oh, yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anushka. My role as a listener would be to note the funny bits and pieces, interesting bits and pieces, and I will be testing you guys towards the end of the meeting. So keep listening. With that, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Fahim. And the next is Joke Master. Do we have Eba Rahis over there in the audience?
Hiba, actually, she's not in the audience, but maybe she'll join in due course, so we can then invite her.
Okay. So I think then I straight away need to go to the prepared speaker. Among the 5, the first speaker is Toastmaster DTM Sarfraz Nazir. DTM Sarfraz Nazir is presenting his speech from Presentation Mastery, and I would like our evaluator, TM Rabia Zishan, to please come up and describe the objective of the speech.
Is giving his speech connect with storytelling. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech as a story. I don't know the name of the speech.
Of the title.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in the agenda, but it's not open.
Title
Okay.
is
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Okay. So perseverance, DTM Sarfaraz, perseverance.
Perseverance lets you transcend your limitations and reach the ultimate in human performance. Tom Dempsey, an American boy, came into this world without half a foot and a stub of a right arm. Like his friends, he wanted to play American football. His parents had a wooden foot made, which was encased in a special football shoe. Tom Dempsey began practicing kicking the ball day after day, week after week, and month after month. He kicked the football from distances further and further and further away until he became so good that the New Orleans Saints hired him as a kicker. One Sunday in 1970, the screams of 66,910 football fans were heard throughout the United States when Tom Dempsey, with his crippled leg, kicked a 63-yard field goal, at the time the longest field goal in the history of the American football, during the last 2 seconds of the game, to give his team a winning score of 19-17. The coach of the losing team said, "We were beaten by a miracle." No. They were beaten by a young man's perseverance. Perseverance is an attitude that separates excellence from mediocrity. It is the quality that allows someone to continue trying to do something even though it is difficult. It is the ability to keep going in the face of challenges, setbacks, and failures. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. People said to him, "How many times must you fail before you realize that it's not possible?" Then one day, the lights came on. I learned the meaning of perseverance when I decided to compete in the International Speech Contest. In 1996, I competed, and I was fortunate to advance to the district competition where I took second place, but did not advance to the semifinals of the World Championship of Public Speaking. I decided to compete again in 1997. This time again, I was fortunate to advance to the district level competition. I used a prop, not realizing that the judges did not like what I did. So this time, I did not place. I went home empty-handed. Well, maybe better luck next time. So in 1998, I competed. I advanced to the division contest. A Toastmaster from another district had transferred. No one had heard her speak. Everyone, especially all the judges, were familiar with my speaking style. So I took second place in the division contest, and I failed to advance to the district. Do you see the trend? In 96, I advanced to the district level and take second place. In 97, I advanced to the district level again, but did not place. In 98, I failed to advance. So should I keep on going? When do you give up? I decided to compete again. It was a daunting decision. But in 1999, in the middle of my speech, an off-duty policeman opened the door and caused a distraction that I ended up getting second again and failed to advance to the semifinals. Should I compete again? Well, I did it again in 2000. This time I advanced to the district, and this time I won the district and went on to take second place at the semifinals of the World Championship of Public Speaking. Now, when people ask me, how did you win the district contest? I should tell them, hey, it was my perseverance. No, I simply say that this time the district finally got the right judges. You see, in 96, I took second place at the district. 97, I made it to the district but did not place. 98, I failed to make it to the district. In 99, I made it to the district again and took second place again. Had I given up after 96 or 97 or 98 or even 99, I would have never known the thrill of holding a first runner-up trophy at the World Championship of Public Speaking semifinals. Perseverance is an attitude that separates excellence from mediocrity. As I said, Thomas Edison said that the best way to succeed is to try just one more time. Perseverance is a key ingredient for success. It requires having a clear goal, working hard, and never giving up. The next time you face a challenge, remember to keep pushing forward. With perseverance, anything is possible. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, DTM Sarfraz Nazir. Perseverance is an attitude. I totally agree. The second speaker, oh yes, second speaker is Toastmaster Asgar. And Toastmaster Asgar will be evaluated by, oh my God, DTM Tala.
No, you can bring the sigh of relief. It has been changed, and now it will be Toastmaster Abid Ali Habib.
Okay, so well, Abid Ali Habib, be kind enough to describe the objective of my speech for the audience, not for me.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Very beneficial for you as well.
Toastmasters can extend it?
Yeah, of course you will. Yeah.
So this is Toastmaster Azhar's evaluation, and the purpose statements are, the purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. The purpose of the speech is for members to inspire the audience. So this is Toastmasters Azhar's outline of the speech. And I will request Toastmaster Azhar to please give your speech.
Toastmasters, can you see the timing window? It is the Karachi Toastmasters Club window. Okay.
Yes.
The KTC window. All right. Thank you.
Mr. President, dear Toastmasters, in a popular Indian crime movie, King of Wasipur, if my memory serves me right, a gangster tell one of his comrades that he wants to retire. Are you a cricketer? The comrade snaps back. Now, the gangster, in fact, may be thinking about the last days of his life without a broken finger or other bodily harm. Now, in real life, people like me and you usually not worry about our broken finger or amputated body in the end years of our lives, but make no mistake, we must contend with other potential painful losses of income, of purpose, and most poignantly, relevance. Now, when you are working with your own business, you simply will not quite. Giorgio Armani is still heading his fashion house at the age of 89. Similarly, Mr. Buffet is doing strong at the age of 90 plus. Even let's agree that both octo and nonagenarian outliers are exceptional cases. But according to one survey, 7 out of 10 corporate professionals, including chartered accountant, industrial engineers, bankers, are not thinking to retire, especially those who somehow get some authority in the later stage in their respective corporate. they believe, albeit wrongly, that the people genuinely appreciate them, the company needs them, and they like them. So they trudged along even in their late 70s with the company. But this is not the case if you are working with the government or public sector. The arc of government career is precisely predictable. In your 20s and 30s, you are recruited. And then you make up your career ladder, acquire more prestige and bigger salary at every higher grade. Then somewhere in the middle of your career, you also become visible to a cunning, hunting, and a desperate mother-in-law. Of course, you detect this years later, but that is all about being wise after the event. Public sectors, also like their private counterpart, somehow started to believe that their department and the people in the department genuinely need them and that they are inevitable. Then on their 60th birthday, there was an Friday afternoon party because you have reached your superannuation. The very next morning, meeting, task, schedule, objective, and other busyness faded. Although intellectual stimulation like reading and writing something tends to keep depression and cognitive impairment at bay, the idea of maintaining your edge tends to marginalize you because you are no longer in the game. This frustration frightens the life out of you. Believe me, because I have confirmed it from one of my recently retired uncle. Now things recently have also changed to the worse. Life spans are getting longer. In other words, the post-retirement twilight years are stretching. But what one should do in this prolonged post-retirement period? I don't know about your post-retirement plan, so I can't say anything about you, but on 7th July 2034, after a Friday afternoon tea party, TM Asgar would be thinking to contest for an international position in Toastmaster Club to make most of his prolonged post-retirement free time. After all, you can derive personal growth from all places at any age. You just need to be perseverance in your pursuit. The reality, however, for Asher and better than my big dream. Because to qualify for certain international position, you must be a certified DTM rather than a potential one. Now, keeping the current pace and weave, there is keeping the current intention of DTM Tala and weave, there is a greater chance for me of being struck and killed by lightning than becoming an actual DTM by 2034. So here is my plan B. The plan B is to split my time between my books and my grandchildren in my peaceful and calm home environment. Now, this plan B is based on two optimistic assumptions. Firstly, by 2034, DTM Tala will be a CEO of a multinational company and will not be close enough to inflict more injuries on my already tortured soul. Secondly, and more importantly, in all probability, my now 72 years old mother-in-law surely will not be around by 2034. Toastmaster of the day. Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Asgar, for your speech. And my third speaker, our third speaker, in fact, is Toastmaster Godjin Suryo Kumar, I'm sorry not to pronounce you properly if you are around. And sorry, DTM Godjin and DTM Godjin Surya Kumar, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, will be evaluated by DTM Sarfraz Nazir. DTM Sarfraz Nazir, can you describe the objective of the speech?
It is my understanding he's practicing the speech for a contest. Is that correct, Toastmaster Kachin?
It's very correct, yes.
Yes. Contestant number 3, Gajan Suraya Kumar. Yes, it's a problem, but. Yes, it's a problem, but. Gajan Suraya Kumar.
Yes, life has so many problems. An argument, a fight, even a storm. They become big, bigger, and even biggest. It's hurtful, it's resentful, it's absolutely painful. Just when you think you are starting to understand it, it only just gets bigger and worse. Mr. Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow problem warriors, can you think of a time you have not been in a problem? Or better yet, are you in a problem and does it always revolve around one particular person? Some of you may have looked left or right and wondered, my wife, the others, my husband. The rest of you, if you were living in troubling times like I am in Sri Lanka, you're probably wondering about your taxes. Well, for me, it is the greatest woman in my life, my auntie. Auntie, as I call her, and I have always been like siblings, you know. It's not the age. It's not that she's young, nor that I'm old. It is the way we fight. Best of the fights that always happen are around her birthdays. In 2004, she was turning 40. Let me give you a bit of context. Now, since 1990, my auntie has been on a strict vegetarian diet. Because when you are a Hindu, every day is some god's holy birthday or some glorious victory or something of celebration. And since she's a vegetarian, she also loved Italian food. So I decided to take her to one of the top Italian restaurants at the Hilton in Sri Lanka. Now note, she's a vegetarian. So to support her, I went vegetarian too. She may be 40, but I was only 16. So understand, pockets are not very deep. So I need to make sure that I do the best in the simplest possible way. It sounds fancy, but all I ordered was just basic pasta with garlic and oil. Whereas my aunt decides to move her finger left and right, and it goes everywhere along the menu. And I wonder, that isn't the vegetarian page. Guess what she ordered? She goes to the waiter and she says, I'll have the lobster ravioli. I was wondering what's going on here, because when the bill came, my dish was just 1,000 rupees, whereas my auntie's was 9,000 rupees without the taxes. I knew I'd end up in the kitchen of Hilton, washing and slaving away that bill. But I asked her, looking confused, why did you order the lobster? Didn't you say you were a vegetarian? Her response to me, it is my holy birthday. This is my offering to myself. I was sacrificing to be supportive of her. She didn't even consider the fact that I was a student. How can my aunt be so inconsiderate? I couldn't understand that she didn't realize that I couldn't afford 9,000, let alone a massive bill. That's almost like 9 months of my saving back when we were kids. Yes, it was a big problem, but the year was now 2014. My aunt turns 50 years old. She loved Yanni, the greatest Greek composer, like no music that she's heard before. Now, coincidentally, on her 50th birthday, this man decides to do a show in Sri Lanka. And I believe that this was the best moment for me to give something back to her. I went to where the show was happening, ironically, Hilton. After trying my hardest for 15 minutes, I got the VIP tickets. The ticket said row 2. We were just behind the president of the country, was all. Now, when the ticket came and I looked down below, that's when my heart started thumping like no tomorrow. 50,000 rupees each ticket, 100,000 rupees. That's my entire semester's fee for college at that time. But nevertheless, it was my aunt. I decided to surprise her with the tickets. She shrieked, she yelled, and I said, "This is for your birthday." Later that evening, I was getting ready to drive both of us in. And as I'm ready waiting in the car, I was wondering, my aunt was missing. I give her a call and I ask her, "Where are you?" She tells me, "I'm at the venue. I'm at the show. Why are you calling?" I said, "What about me? What about you? I'm with a friend. I'm going to watch the show. Thank you for the tickets." And she cut the line. How can she just ditch me? It's the show that I wanted to see too. I sacrificed a semester's tuition fee to get this for her. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's a big problem, but the year 2024, I think you're starting to see the pattern here. She turns 60. You see, in 2018, I hoped that we would be counting this till she was 80, but in 2018, she came down with a condition that causes your blood capillaries to shrink. This causes clots, leading to strokes. My aunt didn't have one, not two, but 7 strokes. She was in the point of no return. Her cognition damaged. She could not even think, nor was her memory working. She couldn't put an object and a word together. Chair was sun, ball was cloud. But after 18 months of therapy and rehabilitation, she came back to operational status. She lives with me, and given what the doctor said, I always look out and I'm very careful. I say, "Auntie, don't do 2 things at once. Auntie, why are you ordering out? Auntie, why are there medicines remaining from this round?" She screamed, "Gudgeon!" Where I thought I would see an angry face, with nothing but a smile. Yes, it's a problem. My mind is not the same. I forget things. I make mistakes. I am perhaps enjoying things beyond my own means. It is a problem, but it is what it is. My life is this now, and I take it as the moment comes. Ladies and gentlemen, have you been in a problem where it drags you down? In life, problems are thrown at us every day, but it is what it is. Yes, it is a problem, but it is what it is. You can't let the problem drag you down. Face it as it comes. In 2004, I lost 9,000, but she was my auntie. In 2014, I lost a show, but she's my auntie. In 2024, I may lose my auntie, but she is facing life for what it is. My auntie may be a ticking time bomb counting down the days to 60, yet alone 70 or 80 if she's lucky. But she taught me, yes, it is a problem, but it is what it is. Over to you. It's Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, DTM Surya Kumar. The mind is not the same. It is what it is, no matter what it is. To the best of my knowledge, it is also one of the central philosophy of Stoic philosophy. And thank you, make us more rationalistic. Come to the 4th speaker now. The 4th speaker is Tala bin Ahmed. Tala bin Ahmed will be evaluated by TM Saad Amin, but Saad Amin, yes, Saad Amin is there, but he is, for some mysterious reason, happened to be silenced.
He is online.
Yes, he is online. We will try to send him another call. Do you have his number? Perhaps, yes, it's there. TM Saad. Yes.
Yes,
TM Saad, welcome to the show, and you are the evaluator of our uh, mm, great
yes,
Toastmaster.
I just got the details. Let me just quickly open it up.
Sure.
Okay, so I think so. Wouldn't like to introduce Talha bin Hamid because he I wouldn't do justice if I were to introduce him. So I'll directly go to the evaluation form. So the title of the project is The Theory of Everything.
Yeah.
The purpose of this project is the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, then, Mr. DTM Talha bin Hamid.
Can someone type it? Yes. I can do that. Okay, thank you. There you go.
Yeah, this is very good.
Am I audible and visible? Yes. All right. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, what is your idea for theory of everything? There was gravitation discovered by Newton. And it was thought that it solved everything. It explained everything. But then there was electromagnetism, a whole new set of forces. It was realized that electricity and light was just like another force. Then Einstein came, and he changed everything. He changed it so hard that even today we can't get to grips with the reality defined by the theory of relativity. Doesn't make sense. It's not intuitive, although its evidences are everywhere. But even that was not the theory of everything, because gravitation and relativity describe things that operate at a large scale. And by large, I mean the one that you and I can see. That is too large by the standards of science. There's a whole new universe on the subatomic level. And that, my friends, is where the theory of quantum mechanics reigns supreme. Because it explains the phenomenon of atomic and subatomic and sub-subatomic particles. But even that is not the theory of everything. Because gravitation, relativity, and quantum mechanics don't talk to each other. They are incompatible. They are angry. They don't see eye to eye. And since ages, there has been this quest that there must be one theory that explains everything. That explains gravity, that explains electricity, that explains magnetism, that explains the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force, the randomness of quantum world, and it also explains the structure of the universe as well as the structure of the atom. If you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, I think this quest is not likely to be successful anytime soon. I believe these two universes were created apart. They're not bound by each other's rules. Who told God that subatomic world needs to be reconciled with the world that we can see? That is our perception. But ladies and gentlemen, here is when a decisive and incisive twist comes in this tale. Because gravitation, thermodynamics, electromagnetism, relativity, quantum mechanics, string theory. None of them are the theory of everything. And that's not what I even mean by my theory of everything. You know what my theory of everything is? Everything will be all right. There is a great lie in this universe that humanity has been telling itself. And that is that there can be a theory of everything. But there's an even greater lie. And that lie, I just told you, everything is going to be all right. Have you ever been in a place in your life when everything was all right?
No.
When we were children, we were scared out of our wits due to school and bullies and studies. And we were told that get to metric or O levels and then everything will be all right. Metric, O levels, college. Oh yeah, the college is this fun-filled place. You will have the time of your life. Just get through college and everything will be all right. University or higher studies, even tougher, even more miserable, even less applicable to the real world than school and college. And yet, we were expected to spend precious years of our lives and money of our parents to obtain those skills that are only applicable to textbooks. Nobody taught us how to speak. Nobody taught us how to stand. Nobody taught us what was vocal variety. Don't we use all those things every day, every second? But then we were told that, just get into practical life. Get a job or start your business and then everything will be right. Well, joining my first job, I felt as if I was back in school because school was a scary and miserable place for me, and so was the new job. And even when the job was no longer new, 24 years later, still a scary and miserable place. Nothing is all right, nothing ever becomes all right. But then we are told another thing. Just get married, and then everything will be all right. Everything goes even longer. You have so many levels of wrongness after you get married. Interaction with your spouse, with your parents, with your relatives. But then what we're told, just have kids, and then everything will be all right. And then, okay, don't worry. The kids cry, they tease, they keep you up at night, but let them grow up a little bit. Then everything will be all right. Let them get to school, everything will be all right. Let them get to metric all levels, everything will be all right. Or marry them, everything will be all right. Spot a pattern here. You're just getting fooled again. Just now, not in your name, but in the name of your children. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, there will never be a theory of everything. And the theory of everything will be all right is the biggest lie in the universe. The ideal way is to tell yourself, no matter what comes, you will deal with it. And that's the secret to eternal success. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, DTM Talab and Ahmed. In a very simple words, even my post 2034 scenario will not be all right, despite the absence of my two enemies. It is somewhat disappointing, but thank you very much. My last speaker today is TM Fiza Aziz. Is Toastmaster Fiza available in?
Yes, he is there. Unlike you, he is there.
So Toastmaster Fiza will be evaluated by TM Fahim Razak. TM Fahim Razak, please describe the objective of the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the speaker, Toastmaster Fiza Aziz. She is doing a pathway from strategic relationship. It's a level 3 project, connect with storytelling. The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Fiza to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. Timer, please note that the timing of the speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Fiza Aziz. Title is Grief. Toastmaster Fiza Aziz, Grief.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fanny. Raise your hands if you have ever experienced immense grief in your life. Everybody. I think everybody in this room have experienced immense grief in their life. Some lost their loved ones, some went in financial crisis, and other, like me, went into both. I'm going to talk about grief. Grief is a very hard subject to talk. Only one knows what goes in somebody when they are grieving. People say, move on, it's going to be fine. No, it's not. No, it's not. And let me tell you, the one who says that, we don't like that person. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, if there are any, I would like to say, I had my first grief when I lost my father in 2018 at 8th of June, 6:45 p.m. I have talked about my father quite a lot, but I never talked about how happy person he was. He was the hero of my life. Nobody can take his place. He used to pick me up from the school, drop me from the school, brush my hair, read books, dance with me. And all of this ended when I lost him. The grief of losing somebody you love that suddenly is not easy. It's been 5 years and counting, and not a day goes by that I don't remember him. 2019, my sister, she got engaged. And in 2021, she got married. But before 5 days of getting married, my mother, she fell down and she crashed her bones and came into a wheelchair. There was a dose of happiness and there was a dose of sadness. And then both of my parents could not attend this happy moment of my life, my sister's wedding. But I kept my head held high, and I moved on. In 2022, I graduated with gold medal at my master's. I completed the dream of my father, who himself had seen this dream for me and wanted to say that that's my daughter and I'm proud of her. At that moment, I also felt the loss of my father. I am kind of saying there's a compass in my life: happiness, sadness, sadness, happiness, and then sadness to happiness. After that, people keep coming and keep going from my life. I have met many people and I've lost many people. The loss of losing people that you care about is, you can't even explain that. And especially when those people are alive, they become strangers in front of you. Chasing happiness is not easy. I was hit back by negativity, by dark emotions. I went to dark places, dark thoughts. But to come out of those thoughts was kind of a feat for me. I had to work on myself. I had to analyze myself. I had to see that if I'm doing things right or wrong, and things that I'm getting feared of. to overcome that fear. All of this I did alone. But yes, angels do exist in this world. There were people who I can lean on and walk. Baby steps. Grief is still here. It's not gone. It hits me in different places. It hits me with emotions that I can't even process, and it overwhelms me and chokes the life out of me. But I take a deep breath and I say, calm down, it's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Nobody has the power to take you what you have achieved. This is life, and life is hard, life is unfair, and you have to get used to it, because again, you are on your own. This is your life. Nobody's going to help you. You have to help yourself. And sometimes being alone is hard, because you do know having a shoulder is something that we always thought. Grief is, again, ladies and gentlemen, very hard to process. You are grieving inside, you are dead inside, you can't breathe, you can't speak, but yet you have to smile and you say everything is fine. Yet everything is not fine. Nothing is fine. You are not allowed to grieve. You can sit in your office and your boss comes and he doesn't like. Why are you grieving? Move on. It happened. Go back to work. And because of that, we have to put aside that grief. We have to put aside that disappointments, and we have to focus on our work. At that period, that is the toughest period and most difficult period, because nobody's empathetic to you. People will judge you. People will empathize with you. People will pity you. People will say things behind your back. People will say all sorts of things to you. You don't expect them to be sympathizing because you are grieving. You're not allowed to grieve. But why not we are allowed to grieve? We should be allowed to grieve. We should be given a mourning period because we are grieving, and grief goes on for years. Ladies and gentlemen, grief is a very broad topic. I wish I can talk about it more, but I see the red light. So that is my end note, that I pray everybody finds their happiness. Happiness is not easy to find. In grief, we find the happiness. Let's hope that each and everyone has happiness. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiza Aziz. Thank you for your thought-provoking speech. It was totally relatable. I also lost someone some 5 to 6 years ago, and let me tell you that grief doesn't hit us in a tidy phases and stages. I fully agree. Nor it is something that we forget and move on from. It is perhaps an individual process that has a momentum of its own. And the work involved finding the ways in coping with ourselves, with our new normal. Thank you very much for your speech. With this rather emotional speech, I would like to announce the end of the session of prepared speeches. But before going forward, if Toastmaster Eba is available, I would like to call him for the joke of the day. And if he is not around, then I will move because we can.
No, I'm here.
Okay, so go ahead, Toastmaster Heba.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, did you hear about the ski trip? Did you hear about the ski trip? It started offline but went downhill fast. I'm obsessed with telling airport jokes. I'm obsessed with telling airport jokes. My doctor says it's a terminal problem. Why did the financial planner quit his job? Why did the financial planner quit his job? DTM Talha, you should answer this.
He was bored to death. He was weak.
Yes, something like this. He was losing interest. Did you hear about the robbery at the glue factory? Did you hear about the robbery at the glue factory? It was a stick up. I think I'm addicted to cheese. I think I'm addicted to cheese. Don't worry, it's only mild. How many skunks does it take to make a stink? Sorry. How many skunks does it make to make? Sorry, how many skunks does it take to make a stink? How many skunks does it take to make a stink? Just a few. Why did Darth Vader go to the dermatologist? Why did Darth Vader go to the dermatologist? Anyone? Sorry, what?
Because he was gone.
He had Star Wars. And the last one, did you hear about the archaeologist who got fired? Did you hear about the archaeologist who got fired? His career were in ruins. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask, is there any role available? Such as our counter or anything? Or are the slots full?
Grammarian? How about being a grammarian for the rest of the
No.
session? The our counter?
Yeah, he can be our counter.
Okay, our counter it is.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And with this, I would like to end the first session. Now, the second session is table topic session. Table topic session. Today, our table topic master is Toastmaster Fahim Razak. So I would like to invite Fahim Razak to take the stage for the session.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of the meeting where we all start to have fun. Well, we have fun so far, but let's further it a bit. It's part of the moment, impromptu. These are the sort of the conversations that we have almost every day. And today the theme is about perseverance, success, failure. Let's face it, our success and failure in life depends on how we can think on our feet, how we can witty out the other opponent, how we can carry the conversation, whether it's at the office, whether it's with our spouses, or generally. So let's practice this today, okay? And in just to give you a little bit of technical details of the table topic, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. So I will call upon somebody to come up and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You'll be given a question. Minimum time is 1 minute. So at 1 minute, the timer will show you green light. At 1.5 minutes, the timer will show you yellow light. And at 2 minutes, it's going to be red light. And at that point, you will have 30 seconds to wrap up your session. So without further ado, why don't we call upon Toastmaster Imran Rana? Okay. Right. Toastmaster Imran Rana. Now, the theme of the meeting is perseverance, right? Is sticking with life, no matter what it throws at you. Very serious topic, isn't it? So here it is for you. You are a handsome man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay. You have many girlfriends. Okay. They're all throwing themselves at you. Now here's the question. There is this girl who you're trying to go out on a date with, but she keeps rejecting you. And you have to persevere with her. How are you gonna convince her to go on a date with you? Over to you.
And the meeting is being recorded. It's match made.
Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful topic. Well, Toastmasters and guests, 2 years back, I once again opted to be the Vice President Education of Karachi Toastmasters. Remember?
I remember.
And you know what? We made a very good video. A video that each ex-com member of Karachi Toastmasters Club come up with one word that explains his or her personality. And you remember what was the word for me that represents my personality? I was the persuader. Come on, you are giving me a challenge to persuade a girl
For a date.
yeah, for a date. Yes, it's quite easy for me. What I will say, I will explain, I'll give give the benefits of going on a date with me. That benefits like we'll go in a Toastmasters meeting where I will show you my communication skills. There you will inspire. If you are inspired, then you will find someone else to go on a date. So, and I'm not that much dangerous person, so
She wants dangerous.
and since we'll go to the beach luxury hotel, there will be a good dating point as well. Although they don't serve a very good tea, but the cookies, the black cookies, they are my favorite, and you will love it too. So, would you like to go on date with me?
Yes. Who is not speaking today? Who is not speaking today? Okay. I'm not speaking. Yeah. So, exactly. Yeah. Ratan is not speaking. Bharat is not speaking.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Imran Rana. You asked me a question. Would I like to go out on a date with you? Why don't we take it offline? Right. Okay. Our next speaker, may I invite, please, Toastmaster Ratan. Right. Says continuing with the theme of perseverance. Now, Toastmaster Imran talked about that how he is going to persuade the girl to go on a date with him. You are that girl. But you have to persevere as well in saying no to his advances. Okay, so here is the question. How you gonna persevere and keep rejecting him at such a forceful manner?
Wow, such a nice question is throwing me that I reject a proposal, I reject a date of a nice guy. But because I am also reluctant to the people who insisted me for a date. First of all, I have to check that how many things he offered me for tea with tea. And what will be, and after that, what he want, what his next proposal for me, that after having a tea, I have some other thing to eat to judge him that whether he has some advances for me or whether he is actually spent something for me. But if he shows that, if he showed or he shows that he's miser one, I never like. Because
I reject Mazharpi who has no courage to invite a girl for dating and don't want to invest or don't want to pay any amount for his pleasure, then what will he do in future? So it is better to reject such person outright in early stage rather than to have a cry or
For the life.
for the in the future. So it is better for me to reject outright immediately over to
He's not a miser, but his wife does give him enough allowance.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rafat Mubin. You almost sounded like speaking on behalf of my wife. All right, let me invite our third and final speaker, Toastmaster Iqbal. You don't have a role today, I guess. Okay.
No, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we have got a competition now.
Invite non-speaker. Non-speaker.
So we have Toastmaster Abid, Iqbal, and Abdul as well.
Non-speaker, I would go for non-speaker.
Who is the non-speaker?
Both of
Yeah.
them.
Okay, please choose one between you two.
Giving my home.
Let's see now where to raise from. So, yeah. Thank you for coming. Right, okay. We're gonna come out of this dating people. Why don't we stick to Toastmasters now? You need to guide us. We are in a little bit of trouble. Okay. And now here's the question to you. This Toastmasters meeting, we want members to attend on a weekly basis. Okay. Now here's the question to you. You are that member who attends every week, regardless. And yet members come up with excuses. They have work, they have this, they have that, and stuff. All right. You are like Toastmaster Iqbal and Rafat Mubin, who almost come always every week. All right. So you are that person. So please, the question to you is this. What can you tell us how we can make sure that we come here every week and not come up with excuses over it?
Thank you, Toastmasters. It is a very good topic which is given to me. Well, it has been telling again and again that we should regularly attend these meetings, but here we should introduce some sort of incentives that for after every meeting, this gift hamper will be given to each members. or in a religious way, maybe we can announce an Umrah ticket after the meeting, like in a religious things happen. Likewise, we can also offer some mall ticket or any discount for Jet Water Fana. If someone attends regularly, a gift voucher and something will be given to each member who is attending this meeting, so that he can avail this much of discount. Likewise, any sort of discounting is done or some any sort of gift deal like in McDonald's or any restaurant will be given free lunch or free dinner or free meal that should be given. So this sort of incentives can be introduced. And for example, we can also introduce like if a regular if a Toastmaster starts continue appearing here, so maybe their should we say or something like a free movie will be offered in something like that. So we should be incentivize our members. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abdul Rahman. I'm not pronouncing it now. Thank you, Mr. Abdul Rahman. You told us the Pakistani way, I guess.
Yeah.
Drive the people. All right, Toastmaster Abid is very insistent. He wants to speak. DTM Talal,
Okay, thank you.
please. Right.
I'm saying because I haven't spoken yet.
I know. And we would love to.
We have a solution of the minutes.
We would love to hear you speak, sir. Okay, why don't we go back to that? You are a handsome man. And I can just imagine how you would have been 20 years ago, right? Even better. Now, here is the thing. You are in direct competition with this. Yeah.
My turn.
With this man, okay? And you have to convince that girl who he has already convinced to go out with him. How you gonna make sure that she doesn't go out with him and goes out with you? What I'm saying.
Table topic masters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. The girl is beautiful, and I'm very much excited to impress her. And first of all, I will invite her for a dinner, a candlelight, definitely. Because when you are attracting somebody, you have to give something. And your punching line should be like that at the first sight, her expression, because you should watch her facial expressions. And when you are penetrating a person who may be or may not be impressed with you, but because if you want to speak live, you have to sometime. And then you will first invite her for a candlelight dinner at a nice place, at a maybe 5-star hotel. Because when you are doing something, you have to invest. And like she said earlier, that if he can't pay for a small amount, how can I can survive with him for the lifetime? So this is very necessary to give her a nice thing and go with a beautiful gift. And I would love to give her, a flower. And that is the starting point. And then just Pakistani style, just say something bad about Imran. He's a liar. Imran. I have seen him in front of girls. And everybody was abusing him. He's a traitor. Don't believe on him. So definitely I would say that she may be impressed. And within 2 minutes, I will still like this. So over to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster Abid. Okay, we learned a few things today, all right, about Pakistani girls. They are materialistic. According to Toastmaster Abid, I didn't say. And drive and a token of love. And now you're just justifying it.
Yeah.
And driving our way in life. That's what we learned. All right, that brings this session to an end. I guess we will be floating the votes. So please do vote for your favorite speaker. And with that, third and last session, I hand over the charge to Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah.
Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, table topic masters, and thank you for your topics. They are indigenous and very close to my heart as well. Our next session is evaluation session, and evaluation session will be added by a journal evaluator. And today, DTM Rabia Zishan will be our journal evaluator. So Rabia Zishan, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Azhar. And it's really different to hear being called an Indian. It feels different. I don't know. Doesn't feel right.
It does.
It doesn't feel right. Today I'm the general evaluator of the meeting, and I'll have to go really fast because we are really short on time and we have a lot of evaluations. I although had a huge speech to say, but I'll move on with the evaluations first. The first speech was by DTM Sarfaraz, and lucky you all, I'm the evaluator. DTM Sarfaraz, perseverance. It's, I think, the hardest job to evaluate a world champion speaker such as yourself. You have amazing vocal variety. No, the way you bring in the variations in your tonal sound, the way you act out different people, it's always phenomenal, and it's always a surprise element in your vocal variety. Your expressions, you are all over the place with your facial expressions, and it's always nice to find different ways you use your eyebrows, your face, your nose, everything. You are all into it with your facial expressions and in an online setup. So we are seeing you on a projector screen behind us. And even then we can clearly see your facial expressions, your amazing hand gestures, your body movement. And I have seen your speaking area and I know how small it is. And even in that you manage to look down and point out with your feet and use your hands. So you are phenomenal in that. And the way you bring in humor, even when there is no way we are expecting it. That is a trick, a tip that I think we all should learn from DTM Sarfaraz. And I still have a hard time putting in humor in my speeches if it's the topic does not allow it, but you somehow manage to bring humor in every speech. Similarly, you always have a personal story to your speech as well. And today, your purpose of the project was a storytelling. And that is what I lacked and I found could have been better. So you had a lot of information and about your speeches, your perseverance story, your perseverance events. So there were too many events and somehow I got muddled up. But thankfully, for your recap in the end about the years you tried and again and again and again, it all came back and I could sum it up. To sum up, you have proven time and again that you are a world champion speaker. You are phenomenal in vocal talent, in varieties, expressions, hand gestures, bringing in humor, and where no one accepted, and adding a personal touch to your speech. Maybe I was hoping for a story, a little bit of more storytelling, not just a speech with an ending and a beginning and a body, but maybe you could have taken us to a fairy tale, or I was hoping a little bit more. Maybe my expectations were a little different from the project. So thank you so much for always helping us get better. Done. Back to you, GE. Our second speaker, that was a phenomenal evaluation, DTM Rajan. Our second, super. Our second speaker was DTM, soon to be DTM Asghar, and he'll be evaluated by Toastmaster Adil Habib. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Gurjit. This was Pathways, Engaging Humor, Level 3, Inspiring Audience. Title was Post 2034 Scenario. Time 5 to 7 minutes. So it was Toastmaster, it was DTM Asghar's speech, and in fact, first of all, I would like from the main pointers, I would like to evaluate, like from the workbook, it's given the guideline, given the clarity, spoken language is clear and easily understood. I would give him, out of 5, I would give him 5. Vocal variety was very clear, the tone was very consistent, the speech was very smooth. So I would give him again a 5. eye contact was in the camera. It seems that he's very confident and he was seeing, but I could not gauge him properly, but I would give him, out of 5, I would give him 4. Gestures, use physical gestures effectively. As he was not physically present, so could not I could not highlight him at that level. But the comfort level appears comfortable with the audience. He is, as I have seen him giving physical speeches, is very comfortable and very calm all the time. So I observe the same thing today. His speech engaged audience with interesting, well-constructed content. Then engagement connects well with the audience. I would give him 4. Topic, use topic well to inspire audience. Again, I would give him 4. So the post of 2034, he was talking about his retirement with good humor as always. So I have observed his speech as a fantastic speech, and I always enjoy speech. So I would not find it out anything which I could add for his evaluation or rating his speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. Next was contestant Surya Kumar, and he will be evaluated by DTM Sarfaraz.
Which window is the timer's window?
Sir, Karachi Toastmasters Club.
Okay, thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, and especially you, Toastmaster Gajan Surya Kumar, I liked your opening. You opened with excitement, clear voice, and good enunciation. You're preparing for the division contest, so let me tell you first what I liked about your speech, and then I will give you some suggestions for improvement. I liked the structure of your speech. You had 3 time periods within a 20-year span. 2004, where you talk about going to Hilton for dinner. 2014, where you talk about the VIP tickets. And third, 2024, when you mentioned the sickness of your aunt. I also like the fact that you gave her examples of what you meant by the amounts of rupees. For example, when you said 9,000 rupees, you said my 9 months of savings. And when you mentioned 50,000 rupees, you said my entire semester's fee. I like that, helping us understand what that amount means. The third thing I liked was your transformation. You started in one place and you ended in another place. And that's the purpose of a good story. You started by complaining about your aunt, the 9,000 rupees, and the 50,000 rupees hit that you took. But then something happened. She got sick and your thought process changed. You began to see her in a different light. And I like that. How can you improve? The title of your speech is, yes, it is a problem, but I recommend that you drop the word but. Simply keep the title, yes, it is a problem, and then make the message of your speech or the theme of the speech, yes, it is a problem, but it is what it is. You ended by that. Bring that theme at the end of your first story, then second time at the end of your second story, the 2014, and then end the speech with that. And then when you say it with a smile. It is a problem, but it is what it is. You had a chance for humor. For example, when you said, my aunt ordered lobster ravioli. Lobster ravioli? What is that? Is that even a thing? Are they going to bring a whole lobster on a plate? Do you have opportunity for adding humor? There were a few times when you said, you were trying to sigh. Pause a little bit after you do that before starting the next sentence, just a nanosecond. You're over by 1 minute. Even though the maximum time is 7:30, you should try to end it around 7 minutes and 2 seconds or so. This means you need to take out some of the unnecessary details in your stories. For example, in your first story, you say, my aunt is a vegetarian, and then I also decided to go for the vegetarian. No, just say, my aunt is a vegetarian, so I took her to Hilton for a vegetarian meal. I ordered pasta and she ordered. So I liked your speech because of your structure, the way you presented it, and your transformation. Add some humor to it, pause, and it'll be a great speech. Best of luck in your division contest. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
And that's how you give a contest winning evaluation speech. Thank you so much, DTM Sarfaraz.
You just won.
I would highly encourage our contestant who joined us today to take DTM Sarfaraz's help for his speech. The way he was doing it, he could go on and on. He'll give you tips and techniques on how to make your speech better. Thank you so much, DTM Sarfaraz. It's like an institute when we are watching you. Thank you so much.
That will cost him a semester, right?
The next speech was by DTM Talha, and it will be evaluated by Toastmaster Saad Amin. Is he available online?
Yes, he is.
Okay, Toastmaster Saad Amin, the
Yes,
stage
I-
is yours.
Thank you. So Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid's speech title was The Theory of Everything. So when Toastmaster Talha, you started your speech, I was actually in my car. And when you started with all those physics theories, I really thought I would have a hard time evaluating you because I've never been good at physics, right? But the way in which you first explained those theories and then very naturally took it to a very humorous topic, which is the theory of everything, that everything will be all right. That was really amazing. And it was a natural link of how you connected both the topics. Now, this is a topic we all can relate to because at every stage in our life, this is what we hear, that everything will be all right. The good part about your speeches is that you had hand gestures. You were always using hand gestures in explaining that everything will be all right. Your vocal variety was also there, not in the early part of the speech because that was supposed to be a bit serious. But at the end, the way you spoke, everything will be all right. That was really good. It helped connect you to the audience and especially those of us who were listening online. One, it's not you were generally moving meaningfully on the stage, but in the middle part, I would say you were standing still. Yeah, there were hand gestures, everything, vocal variety there, but you were not moving around. When the humorous part started, then you started moving around. But I would say throughout your speech, do that, and that really helps you connect more throughout the speech. All in all, I would say you did a very good job, both in terms of connecting with the audience, in terms of your vocal variety, in terms of your connecting with the audience, and I wish you the best of luck. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saad. The next speech was by Toastmaster Fiza, and it will be evaluated by Toastmaster Fahim Razak. The area evaluation chapter.
What do you person who beat you?
By competition.
Thank you, DTM Rabia, for your genuine welcome. There was a dose of happiness and there was a dose of sadness. Toastmaster Fiza, you described the life to us as it is, right? I'm gonna give you 3 pointers for how well you did your speech, followed by a couple of small suggestions. As always, you spoke from your heart. Toastmaster Fiza, if you notice, she always speaks from her heart. Whatever topic you give it to her, she will say whatever she feels like it. It's never fabricated. It's just genuine. It is what it is. This is a wonderful characteristics, not only in life, but even as a speaker. So that means the speaker connects with the audience, and you did, as always. Very well done on that. You are a craftswoman with words. Okay, over the last few months, I have got to know you, your wording, your sentencing, is you are a expert in how to sentence and articulate it, which is wonderful. That means you are able to use few words to get your message across, and that's what you got today. That's what you were able to uh, put that theme in within 5 to 7 minutes. Really huge topic. You were able to compass everything in it. Very well done again. And I think Toastmaster Pizza, she has a passion for speaking. Because when she comes here, you can just see she's just flowing. And we saw that at the end. When the red light was there, she didn't want to go. That's again a good quality to have as a speaker. Now, how you can improve it, there are not very many ways, but just a couple of things. When Toastmaster Pizza comes on the stage, she should just own the stage. Every time I've noticed that at the start, you are hesitant. She's little hesitant. And does she want to be here? Of course, she wants to be here because when she speaks, as I said, she has a passion and she wants to go on about it. So when you come, just own the stage. I know today the topic was great. You couldn't have shown a lot of excitement, but just still, this is your moment. Just own it. It belongs to you, and we belong to you for that 5 to 7 minutes. Sometimes try and bring the humor if you can. Today the topic was extremely difficult to bring humor in, but still you had a couple of opportunities. So for example, when your sister was getting married in 2021, my mom decided to call her. Just take it, that humor if you can. But all in all, good thing. Just a few reminders to you. Good afternoon, everyone. Please do continue. Your passion is genuine. Please do continue with that and keep loving and the way you speak. Just one suggestion, two suggestions, in fact, humor and own the stage. General Auditor, back to you.
One moment I forgot I was the general evaluator. Moving on, next we had the table topic session by Toastmaster Fahim Razak and evaluating will be Toastmaster Imran Rana.
In the meantime, we can watch the vote for the best speech about it.
Yeah. You have, yes, everyone.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for those sponsors and guests. Today we had a very wonderful table topic session, and it was quite creative because you started with something, then you create what we call some turning points, and then finally the tragedy. So the first speaker was me, and I would love to have my evaluation from General Evaluator. Second was Toastmaster Rafa Mobeen, and she was quite confident and she rejected my proposal. So the speech you spoke quite well. You were full of confidence. And the best thing about your speech, you started with a smile. And you kept it for a while, then there was a serious tone, and your facial expressions were perfectly aligned with that. And you ended up simply rejected the proposal, and that was quite the funny part. Would love to see you speaking in your speeches, so looking forward to your prepared speech. Then we had Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman, what I love about your speech was you were composed and calm. Your eye contact was over us, and sometimes you were clasping your hands, so there's no need. I would like to see you to become a member and deliver your icebreaker speech. You will learn a lot. Then we had Toastmaster Abid Ali Naveed. What do we call it in English? When he came, it felt like that it was coming from his past experience. So what I love about your speech was you were confident, you spoke quite well, and I am quite inspired the way you speak. Your eye contact was towards your right and in the middle. You missed that part. The one who was evaluating you. So it was quite challenging, but I would love to see you in a prepared speech. So overall, it was a wonderful session. Toastmaster Fahim, just one suggestion that you didn't remind us the word of the day. Second thing was that you were explaining the topic instead of explaining maybe a short version of that topic would be much better. So over to you, Dan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Imran. I need advice from DTM Tala. Are we taking the roles? Time?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, but very briefly.
Okay. We don't have time, sorry. Toastmaster Imran's speech was really funny, really engaging, and he explained his dating scenario. So clearly with biscuits and tea and the beach luxury atmosphere. So thank you for taking a hard topic and setting the tone for the rest of the speakers. Moving on, we have our role players. I would request the role players to please finish up your roles in 32.
2 to 3 minutes.
That's a lot. I think in 1 minute, within 1 minute. Grammarian and word masters, Toastmaster Sadami.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So word of the day was incisive, but I don't think so anyone used the word of the day today. And as grammarian, I'll also like to, so there are some good uses of grammars that I would like to highlight. So there was a dose of happiness and a dose of sadness. The grief of somebody you lost is not easy. I don't like miser ones. And yeah. So there are many, but I won't take much time. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sadami. Moving on, our counter today was Toastmaster Heba Raisan.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I counted the hours for the table topic session and none of the speakers had any filler words. All the 4 speakers had no filler words, according to my report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Heba, for volunteering for this role. That too even in between. We have Toastmaster Fahim Razak as listener, but he's not available here today. Right now. He's available here, but not right now. My journal evaluation, amazing start of the day. Thanks to DTM Talha and Toastmaster Imran Rana, everything went smoothly, even though we were doing it in a new venue, at a new place for the very first time. And the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Azhar, was well prepared. And he started the meeting, I think, pretty much on time, if I'm not wrong. And I had doubts when I was coming here because I was hoping and feeling that I'll miss beach luxury, I'll miss the atmosphere, I'll miss the ambience and everything. But believe me when I say KTC is KTC because of you all, of the people. Venue does not matter at all. I did not once miss beach luxury at all. So those of you who are having doubts of the new place, do not have doubts. Join us after Ramzan for in-person meetings. Take us to Timbuktu and we'll still have the same feeling, same connectivity, same learning, same charisma. And I would love to see all of you all join us in in-person meeting. I hope all the votes have been casted.
Except for one.
So are we having the listener roll?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
so
Okay, so Toastmaster Fahim Razak, please raise the hand.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Apologies for a little delay. I will be quick because I know you want to end the meeting. All right, let's start with a very easy one. What was the speech title of DTM as the cross?
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
All right, know it all. The best way to succeed is to try.
Okay.
The best way, according to DTM as the cross. The best way to succeed is to try.
Okay.
That's right. Just one more time, once again. All right. DTM, next one. Toastmaster Azhar. Future DTM in 2034. Toastmaster Azhar. according to him, his mother-in-law will be how old? In 2030, in 2034. If she were less of she lived on.
No, she is currently 7.
That's fine.
She's currently 7.
82. So she will be 82. That's right. How much was the total bill? Now we're talking about Toastmaster Gajan. How much was the total bill for his and his aunt's meal?
90,000.
His entire semester.
That was for the concert.
Oh.
20,000,
One more go.
100,000.
That was for the concert.
9,000.
9,000.
So 9,000 was for his aunts, and he spent 1,000. So altogether 10,000 please. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Toastmaster Gajan, if you're there. Right. And again, okay, not talking about the Toastmaster Gajan. How old will his aunt be? How old is his aunt now?
Hmm.
40.
No,
That was in 2004.
So 60.
60, that's right, yeah. But you didn't get it. All right. Who don't talk to each other according to DTM Dala? 3 things don't talk to each other.
He himself.
He's right. The theory.
That's right. What are the 3 theories that don't talk to each other? Yeah, pretty much very close. Relativity, gravitation, and quantum mechanics. Okay. What is DTM Tala's theory of everything?
Everything is alright.
Everything's all.
All is well. Right, and the last one to end with. And what year did DTM Pizza, sorry, Toastmaster Pizza graduate?
2021. No. 2022.
22.
22. Right. With that, I will leave.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Penny, to making us realize that we were not listening quite clearly and quite attentively. And for next time, we have a lesson to learn. One thing which I would like to mention for everyone, when a speaker is giving a speech or evaluation or on the stage, avoid going in and out of the room. It's quite distracting for the speaker as well as for the audience who is trying to focus on the speaker. So that is something which happens quite a lot in beach, not beach luxury, in KTC's meeting, and we should avoid doing that. Forgive the slip. All in all, it was a great meeting. We had a wonderful time. It was nice to come and see the same aura all over again after a long break. And I am glad I joined before another 1 month break.
After a long break.
After a long break, and I'm glad I joined before another long break. I think votes must be ready, and I will.
Yeah, but keep for the big 4 and we can hand over to the TM.
Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thank you very much, Journal Evaluator. And I now immediately passed the charge because of the paucity of time to the president of the club. And thank you very much from my side. Thank you to be patient, and over to you, Mr. President, DTM Sarfraz Nazir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asghar.
Thank you. Just one point which is very important. Toastmaster Asghar, you had lots of laughter during your speech and lots of clapping, but as our KTC mic was mute, you couldn't hear it. So next time we'll try to keep the mic open.
Yeah. Good point.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Asghar, for doing a great job as Toastmaster of the day, and thank you to everyone else who participated in the meeting. At this time, while the votes are being tallied, I'm going to ask our guests for their comment. We will start with the Toastmaster Gajan Surya Kumar. If you would please provide some brief comments about the meeting as a whole. Are you available, Toastmaster Gajan? Okay.
Yes.
Hello, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for the this thing. I absolutely love the diversity in speeches and ideas that came across from our members across the show. And I wanted to thank you personally for taking in a last minute request from one of my dear friends, Milhana. And I personally believe that diversity of ideas is key to unity. And this is absolutely brilliant. I loved the insight, and thank you so much, DTM Sarfaraz, for your feedback as well. It was very valuable. I hope I could take this back, apply it to my speech, and hopefully push me through to the next round. So thank you very much for everything and your time as well. I really appreciate all of you having me there today.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Sadameen, are you available?
Yes. He's a member, but it would be good because he's.
Yeah, because we don't hear him too often. So your
Yes,
comments about the
I'm
meeting.
available. Yeah. No, so that's true. I'm not a very regular member. So I am a member, but not a very regular one. But I do, number one, plan to, and number two, need to take out time for this. I think it's very important that we regularly keep on giving speeches, getting roles, so that we, polish our communication skills. I think it's very important, and that's why, when Talab and Hamid messaged, I said I'll be part of it. I'll take up a role, but and thank you. But I think the best part is that you gave a speech, and that's the part where I'm lacking. And personally, I think I need to step up and give a speech in the club.
Thank you,
But
appreciate
thank
it.
you for providing the platform. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank
DTM
you.
Irfan Farooqi, I'll leave it up to you if you would like to offer a comment. Please.
Yes, thank you very much. Although I'm not in a place to talk, but I can't open my camera, so please just listen. So I would say that I'm very happy to see that it's a new place, and I saw a few photographs, and in the initial view of the room, I'm very happy, and I appreciate everybody for participating in new meeting room today. And I sincere, warm gratitude and welcome all members for a change place, and hope this new place will bring more physical participation. I would love to be a part in that room whenever I am in Karachi. So I wait the day when I am in Karachi. Thank you, everybody, and very happy day for a new place. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us once again, DTM Irfan Farooqi. And at this time, DTM Talha, are we ready with the results?
Yeah. Our vote count is ready.
Okay. So at this time, please welcome our ballot counter, vote counter. I hope you have already sent him money in his account. Over to you. I turn the control of the meeting to you, DTM Saad.
Thank you very much, DTMs. So first of all, it was a very different meeting for the vote counter, because for whatever reason, everyone got a vote. Every prepared speaker got a vote, every table topic speaker got a vote, every evaluator got a vote, everyone got a vote. So the best prepared speaker, after a very tough battle, goes to distinguished Toastmaster Talab Ahmed. The best table topic speaker, again, after a really tough battle, it goes to Toastmaster Imran Rana. At least you won. Yeah, lost my girl, but won the. Yeah, so the best prepared speech evaluation goes to what can I do it? Oh, it goes to distinguished Toastmaster Sarfraz. And the best role holder goes to the vote counters.
Making sure the board go out on time and we end on time. And the best Big Four award goes to, once again, a very tough call, but it goes to the tabletop master. And over to you.
Thank you, DTM Saad. Any announcements from the club, especially VP Education?
Yes, just that we'll most likely be meeting online during Ramadan. And traditionally, our meetings are on Sunday mornings in Ramadan. So that means that there won't be a meeting next Wednesday instead, or there will be a meeting next Sunday. And everybody is urged to participate. And secondly, I would love within the next 5 minutes, I received an application for the PMOD of the first ever Ramadan meeting. Not first ever, sorry, the first Ramadan meeting, because we have been having Ramadan meetings regularly. So over to you, Mr. President.
Oh, you have to make an announcement.
And yes, there's also another announcement. Yeah.
So I take the honor to announce this, taking the charge from DTM Miller by force, because this is something we all should get inspired by. DTM Sarfaraz has just completed her 6th DTM award.
Wow.
Congratulations, DTM Sarfaraz, very proud of you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And thank you, fellow Toastmasters, for joining us today. Have a nice rest of the week, and we will, inshallah, see you at the first Sunday meeting. Until then, Allah Hafiz.